Namaskaram and wishes and blessings for the new year. As per the lunar calendar of India and also some parts of India using the lunisolar calendar, which is a complex mix of lunar. This 13th, 14th of April happens to be the new year. It's called Tamil Puttandu in Tamil Nadu, Ugadi in Karnataka, Andhra and Telangana. It's called Vishu in Kerala, Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra, Baisakhi in Punjab. For every one of you, my best wishes for this new year and may the best be with you. What is the significance of this new year? But the Indian calendar, or what used to be referred to as the Hindu calendar, is either lunar calendar, that is going by the cycles of the moon, or the solar calendar, which does not take just the cycles of the sun or relationship with the planet and sun, taking into account the impact of all the celestial objects which have significant impact on the planet. Accordingly, the calendar is made. For example, the Tamil calendar is made based on the cycles of the Jupiter and its relationship with planet Earth, and so it runs into cycles of 12 years, and in turn 60 years is considered as one full cycle, that is 5 cycles of the Jupiter. Tamil calendar has a cycle of 60 years, and each of the 60 years has a name, and we have just finished a year that we called as Sarvari, which means it is a year of fragrance. Unfortunately, this fragrance turned a little unpleasant with 2020. But now the year that we are stepping into is called Plava, which literally means wisdom. So we definitely need to step into this wisdom. Having faced what we have faced through the pandemic and the situations that everybody has gone through, many have lost their lives, time for wisdom definitely. Without wisdom, you cannot handle a situation like this. In knee-jerk reactions if we go, this pandemic will take a much bigger toll on us in every way because WHO is predicting more people may die of suicide than of the pandemic as time goes on. So we need wisdom for sure. We must understand the significance of this Indian or Hindu calendar is that it is not just a number game of counting time, but it is about the human experience. It is taking subjective dimension of the human being as to what is happening, and that is how it is in this time where from this 13th, 14th of April, next 21 days, the sun's energy will be having a maximum positive impact on the northern hemisphere, and that is the reason why the new year is here, because sun or the solar energy being the basic form of energy, maximum impact and benefit will happen at this time. This is also at the time of Uttarayana, so it is a time of resurgence, time of blossoming. In tropical countries, this is also time maximum flowers are there in the trees and plants. So this is the new year. In various states, it's called by various names. Essentially, this is about following either lunar calendar and adjusting to the solar calendar, or following a more complex lunisolar calendar, and I would say that is far more accurate and it takes more aspects of our life into consideration because both the lunar cycles and the solar cycles are taken into consideration. Having said all this, once again, it's my wish and my blessing, you must have a great year, stepping into the year of wisdom. Let us earn some wisdom so that we can handle these challenging times gracefully.
Namaskaram. We welcome you all to the first ever Lunar or Hindu New Year celebrations at Lingabhairavi. In this live stream, a special Abhishekam will be offered to appeal to Devi's grace for the New Year. As part of the Lunar or Hindu New Year celebrations, devotees from diverse parts of the country can make various ritual offerings to Lingabhairavi Devi to appeal to her grace. Lingabhairavi is the most exuberant expression of the divine feminine, fierce and compassionate, intense and protective, energizing and nurturing all at once. We also have a wonderful set of cultural performances by Isha Homeschool and Isha Samskriti coming up. But before that, let's begin with a video where Sadhguru speaks about the significance of this occasion. லிங்கபைரவியில் முதல் முறையாக நடைபெற இருக்கிற இந்த சந்திர வருடப்பிறப்பு இல்லைன்னா இந்த இந்து வருடப்பிறப்பு கொண்டாட்டத்துக்கு உங்கள் எல்லாரையும் வரவேற்கிறோம். இந்த நேரலை நிகழ்ச்சியில் இன்னைக்கு இந்த புத்தாண்டை முன்னிட்டு தேவியின் அருளை வேண்டி சிறப்பு அபிஷேகங்கள் நடைபெற இருக்குது. இந்த கொண்டாட்டத்தோட ஒரு அங்கமாக தேவிக்கு பல்வேறு அர்ப்பணங்களை செய்ய முடியும். தெய்வீக பெண் தன்மையின் சக்திமிக்க வெளிப்பாடான லிங்கபைரவி தேவி. லிங்கபைரவி உக்ரம் மிக்கவளா, அதே சமயத்தில் கருணை மிக்கவளாகவும் இருக்கிறாங்க. இன்னைக்கு இந்த கொண்டாட்டத்தில் நமக்கு ஈஷா ஹோம் ஸ்கூல் மற்றும் ஈஷா சம்ஸ்கிருதி வழங்கும் அற்புதமான கலை நிகழ்ச்சிகள் இருக்குது. இந்த கலை நிகழ்ச்சிகளுக்கு முன்னால் இந்த புத்தாண்டோட முக்கியத்துவம் பற்றி சத்குரு பேசுகிற ஒரு வீடியோவோட இன்னைக்கு நிகழ்ச்சியை நம்ம துவங்கலாம்.
Namaskaram Sadhguru. People normally celebrate New Year on 1st of January. But as per our Indian calendar, it is coming in 2 weeks' time. How can I celebrate Indian New Year to bring well-being to me and my family?
The New Year, or this lunar New Year, lunar calendar New Year, do not understand this as Indian calendar. Well, generally it is referred to as the Hindu calendar. This is a name that other people put on you, but it's a lunar calendar. Solar calendar is significant for external situations. Lunar calendar is very significant for inner situations. But this 30 days in a month, 31 days in a month and centuries and millennia, this is because of mathematical or arithmetical incapabilities within people, so that we made everything into 10 years, 100 years, metric system. Here, the solar cycle runs in cycles of 60 years. 5 solar cycles of 12 years each is one full cycle. There are 60 years in this Hindu calendar, Indian calendar or lunar calendar to be appropriate. There are 60 years, every year has a name to it. So this New Year, in Tamil Nadu it is called Puttandu, in Karnataka, Andhra, the Telugu regions it is called Ugadi, in Kerala it's called Vishu, in northern part of India it is called as Vaikashi, and the Maharashtrians call it Gudi Pava, like this, and the Kashmiri people call it as Navra. I'm not getting it right. So, it is called by many names, but essentially they're referring to the full cycle of the lunar calendar. So if you go by this, there are 60 years in one cycle. This is why 60th year of one's life is considered significant and certain changes are made at that time, certain rituals are there at 60 years completion. All this is because you have completed one full cycle of the lunar cycle of the calendar. And this Puttandu or Ugadi or whatever, because we are from Telugu, Kannada, Tamil mixed origin we are, Because of that, we call it generally Ugadi or Puttandu. There are many other names, as I said, in the northern part of the country. So on this day, what should you do? How should you celebrate? As I already said, one thing is, this is the time when the solar power is at its full. If you want to bring about transformation, if you want to bear fruit of this life, this is the best time because everything is glowing that way. So if you want to use this time, we created centers of transformation. Maximum temple going happened at this time because people wanted to be in a consecrated space. So that you will see on the Puttandu or the Ugadi day, here the crowds will reach 100,000 in these temples. This time, because of the pandemic, we will have some issues, but still you can't stop them, they will come anyway. Even though we put out newspaper advertisements saying don't come in big numbers because the pandemic is still on, but they will come anyway because traditionally they've always been told on that day or around that day, they have to be in a powerfully consecrated space. Temples are not places of prayer. Temples are powerful sources of transformation. They are very much linked with the lunisolar calendar, that many rituals across the year, throughout the year, for every day of the year, of a solar or of a lunar and solar calendar, the mix is there for different temples, different types of rituals. So on that day, what to do? Please, wherever you are, the closest consecrated space that you may have, you spend at least a few hours of that day there. If you have spiritual practices, please invest yourself in that day. And it'll be very good if you are in a natural source of water, like a river or a clean lake, if there is one still left somewhere. If there is a clean freshwater lake or even the ocean, you take a dip in the lake, river or ocean, stay there with the water for at least 12 to 20 minutes, then come out and do your practices or go to a sacred space where there is a powerful consecration. This will be the best way to make use of that day. On that day, the planetary positions are such, your body is responding to that. Will you have the sense to make use of it? That's all the question is. It is like this is mango season, there are fruits. If you want to eat mangoes, this is the time to go to the mango tree, pluck and eat. But you suddenly imagined mangoes in the month of October, you went and bit into the bark, ate the leaves, cut out the roots and ate it, you will not get it. This is how life is. To rise beyond seasons, it takes another dimension of sadhana. I wish many here at the yoga center will rise to that place that season has nothing to do with them. So we are developing brahmacharis and others who are not seasonal. They don't care which time of the month it is, which time of the year it is, what it is. They're young, they're old, it doesn't matter because you rise above those things. But most human beings, 99% of the human beings or more, are definitely influenced by various seasons both within and outside. If you don't make use of those seasons, then simple things will become uphill task. Small things, just to get rid of a few compulsions. People are working for a lifetime, they're complaining for a lifetime. Just to, let's say, not eat between meals, you must see what all sadhana is going on in Western countries. Here, pepper wine has closed and between brunch and dinner, nothing available, so it's working very well. Pepper Wine is a restaurant for those of you who are not here, which only visitors supposed to go, but you know, outside guests are supposed to go, but many people here, they like the third day of the moon. It's called Moonrampirai, that's another restaurant. Because of the pandemic, it's all closed and really they're becoming conscious. Between meals, they're not… nothing. So, many benefits of the pandemic. I'm saying it doesn't matter what life throws at you, you can make use of it. But till you come to that place, it is very important you make use of what naturally pushes you up. A full moon, this time of the year, there are many aspects like this. Different phases of the moon can be used for different aspects. This is all very much a part of the yogic culture that people were commonly aware just a generation ago. My parents' generation knew every month of the day what to do. Today, we went to English medium schools, we know only first, second, third, fourth, fifth of the month because we became mathematically incompetent. If you want to do lunisolar calendar, you need a certain amount of brain function. You must see the Panchanga. People who read the Panchanga, which is the calendar, you should see how they do it, what is their level of calculation. So, mathematical competence has to come if you want to follow this combination of lunar and solar calendar and be conscious of what happens in the system. Either you need awareness, that you simply know what's happening within you, or you need enough mathematics within you, or you just need a modern-day Panchanga, which is the lunisolar calendar. You can flip through every day and see today what is happening within me, how sad. But what to do? We can start that way. Because you didn't even know you have intestines. It's only when you went into the biology class and you saw they had made a drawing like this and then only you realize there are intestines, isn't it? So that is the level of awareness, so we can use the textbook, no problem.
Here is a medley of folk songs in 7 Indian languages from some of the states where the lunar or Hindu New Year is celebrated around this time of the year. These states include Kashmir, Bengal, Assam, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. This medley performed by our children includes songs that capture the essence and uniqueness of the folk culture in these states. We hope you'll cherish the beauty of our rich cultural heritage through these languages and folk tunes. இந்த சந்திர புத்தாண்டு இல்லை இந்த இந்து புத்தாண்டு இந்தியாவில் இன்னைக்கு பல்வேறு மாநிலங்களில் கொண்டாடப்படுது. இந்த புத்தாண்டு கொண்டாடப்படுற 7 இந்திய மொழி பாடல்களோட கதம்பத்தை இப்போ உங்களுக்கு வழங்க இருக்கிறோம். இதில் காஷ்மீர், வங்காளம், அஸ்ஸாம், மகாராஷ்டிரா, ஆந்திரா, தெலுங்கானா, கேரளா, தமிழ்நாடு மாநிலங்களோட பாடல்கள் இருக்குது. இந்த மாநிலங்களோட தனித்துவமான கிராமிய இசை பாரம்பரியத்தை இந்த பாடலில் வெளிப்படுத்த இருக்கிறோம். நம்மளோட செழிப்பான கலாச்சார அழகை இந்த கிராமிய இசை மூலமாக நம்ம எல்லாரும் ரசிக்கலாம்.
লাগিব নাচুন লাগিব পাক হে পাক 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 সন্তক ময়ৰি মাজুলি কিমান পাক ইফালে নিজাবি মাজতে নাচি থাক নাচুন লাগিব পাক 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 পাকি ও নাচুন লাগিব পাক
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
शतामंदी डोलता शतामंदी डोलता
शतामंदी डोलता
मन सारा इसरुनी खुडियावणी नाचता
मन सरईसरुडी खोड्यावानी नाचता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
तुझ आवड सरला चमकली पाखर बोलती दूर क्षितिज वरती थोडी रांगोळी काढली सरते मी बी अंगण आंबा पानाचं तोरण काऊ विचारू बाई सणसुदीची हो गाई सणसुदीची हो गाई सणसुदीची गाई वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
शतामंदी डोलता शतामंदी डोलता
शतामंदी डोलता शतामंदी डोलता
मन सारा इसरुनी खुडियावणी नाचता
मन सरईसरुडी खोड्यावानी नाचता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता
वारे संग पीक कसा शतामंदी डोलता छुरे तले नुरे मला रे मी बाजे रे खोपाय दियो बोले रे फुल रे माला खोपाय दियो बोले रे फुल रे माला छुरे तले नुरे मला रे मी बाजे रे खोपाय दियो बोले रे फुल रे माला खोपाय दियो बोले रे फुल रे माला आय रे मोरा गान की मोरे कोता कोइलो जोस्तर दे शुगर मिले आम्र मिशे खाइलो आय रे मोरा गान వచ్చినదేది తెలుగింటి తోరణాలు కొత్త ఉగాది ఉదయాన ఉరకలేసు వచ్చినదేది తెలుగింటి తోరణాలు కొత్త ఉగాది షడ్రుచుల సంగమ ప్రత్యేకత ఏది శ్రమజీవులకు ఆనందం తెచ్చే ఉగాది షడ్రుచుల సంగమ ప్రత్యేకత ఏది శ్రమజీవులకు ఆనందం తెచ్చే ఉగాది చైత్ర శుద్ధ పాడ్యమిన చలిని చెయ్యి వచ్చినది వసంత కాలారంభంతో అడుగు పెట్టినది కోయిల రాగాల ఉగాది ఆహా హరివెల్లయ్యలకొచ్చింది కోయిల రాగాల ఉగాది ఆహా హరివెల్లయ్యలకొచ్చింది అదే అదే ఆనందల ఉగాది అవనిలోన విశిష్టత కలిగి ఉన్నది மணிக்கீணத்தில வளக்கழனே பெணுமாலதியே
மணிக்கீணத்தில வளகண்ணே பெருமாளுமையே
வளையும் களன்னே சும்பெணு அவிடே நின்னும் பேசுன்னே
வளையும் கழஞ்சேற்றும் பெணுவடே மின்னும் பேசுன்னே
பேசாதே நில்லடி பெண்ணே கனக பொன் வளஞாத்தராம்
பேசாதே நில்லடி பெண்ணே கணுக பொன் வளஞாத்தராம்
கனக பொன் வள கையேலிட்டு களிச்சாடே களி காணட்டே
கணுக பொன் வளவையே கழிச்சாட்டை களி காணட்டே
முத்து முத்து பொன்னோலா மூதப்படி என்னும் பொன்னோலா
முத்து முத்து பொன்னோலமு தம்படி என்னும் பொன்னோலா
பாண்டி மதலம் பொன்னோலா பட ஜெயிச்சு மனதும் பொன்னோலா
பாண்டி மதலம் பொன்னோலா மனம் ஜெயிச்சு மனதும் பொன்னோலா
கொலத்து ராஜா ஏறி ஒரு கதிச்சுரையும் பட்டாலும்
கொழுத்து ராஜா ஏறி வந்து செலுக்கு திரையும் பட்டாலும்
கொலத்து ராஜா ஏறி ஒரு செலுக்கு திரையும் பட்டாலும்
கொழுத்து ராஜா ஏறி வந்து செலுக்கு திரையும் பட்டாலும்
ஒன்னா மணிக்கீணத்தில வளக்கழனே பெணுமாலதியே
பொன்னாமணி கீழத்தில் வளகண்ணே பெருமாளுமையே
வளையும் களன்னே சும்பெணு அவிடே நின்னும் பேசுன்னே
வளையும் கழஞ்சேற்றும் பெணுவடே நின்னும் பேசுன்னே
ஒன்னா மணிக்கீணத்தில வளக்கழனே பெணுமாலதியே
பொன்னாமணி கீழத்தில் வளகண்ணே பெருமாளுமையே
வளையும் களன்னே சும்பெணு அவிடே நின்னும் பேசுன்னே
வளையும் கழஞ்சேற்றும் பெணுவடே நின்னும் பேசுன்னே
கூடையில்ல ஸ்கூல் அடிக்கும் வேலையில்ல லீவ் இருக்கும் வெயிலுக்கும் மணல் காத்துக்கும் பயப்பட மாட்டோமே கூடையில்ல ஸ்கூல் அடிக்கும் வேலையில்ல லீவ் இருக்கும் வெயிலுக்கும் மணல் காத்துக்கும் பயப்பட மாட்டோமே மோட்டார் பைக்கில் தேவையில்லை டயர் மட்டும் ஓட்டிடுவோம் தென்னை மர ஓலை நாங்க ரவுண்ட் அடிப்போமே புது வருஷம் பிறந்திருக்கோம் மரமெல்லாம் பூத்திருக்கோம்
திருநாட்கள் கொண்டாடப்பட்டிருக்குது. இந்த மங்களமான நாளில் பக்தர்கள் லிங்க பைரவிக்கு பல்வேறு விதமான அர்ப்பணங்களை அர்ப்பணிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. பழங்கள், நெய் தீபம், அபிஷேகம் இந்த மாதிரி அர்ப்பணங்கள் அர்ப்பணிச்சிட்டு இருக்கிறாங்க. பழங்கள் வாழ்க்கையோட முழுமையை குறிக்கிற விதமாகவும், நெய் தீபம் மங்களத்தை குறிக்கிற விதமாகவும், அபிஷேகம் குடும்ப நலனை குறிக்கிற விதமாகவும் இருக்குது. Next, we present a Bharatanatyam by Isha Samskriti. This piece is an ode to mankind. This piece is an ode to mankind to live with strength of mind, sweetness in words, and purity of thought. It's a gentle call to follow one's dreams with courage and conviction and to live with grace and dignity. Choreography by Brishti Rani and Rishi Raj. மனதில் உறுதியும் வாக்கில் இனிமையும் எண்ணத்தில் தூய்மையும் கொண்டு நம்மோட கனவை தைரியத்தோடையும் நம்பிக்கையோடையும் எதிர்கொள்கிறதுக்கும், நம்ம வாழ்வை நயமான பாங்கோடையும் கண்ணியத்தோடையும் வாழ்கிறதுக்கும் மனித இனத்திற்கு வைக்கும் ஒரு அழைப்பா இப்போது இதோ உங்களுக்காக ஒரு அற்புதமான நடனம். நாட்டிய அமைப்பு பிருஷ்டி ராணி மற்றும் ரிஷிராஜ். Now, Abhishekam live stream will start shortly. Abhishekam is a set of 11 offerings made to Linga Bhairavi 3 times a day. As an appeal for Devi's grace, it can be offered for yourself or others on any day of your choice to honor a special occasion or when facing a challenging situation. You can also make this offering from afar. This Abhishekam live streaming will start shortly. அபிஷேகம் 11 அர்ப்பணங்களை கொண்டு லிங்க பைரவிக்கு தினமும் 3 முறை அபிஷேகம் செய்யப்படுது. தேவியின் அருளை வேண்டி செய்யப்படும் இந்த அபிஷேகத்தை நீங்கள் உங்களுக்காகவோ இல்லை மற்றவங்களுக்காகவோ நீங்கள் விரும்பும் நாள்லேயோ ஏதோ ஒரு விசேஷ நாள்லேயோ இல்லை நீங்கள் சவாலான சூழ்நிலைகளை சந்திக்கும் போதோ அபிஷேகத்தை செய்யலாம். உங்கள் வீட்டில் இருந்தே அபிஷேக அர்ப்பணத்தை நீங்கள் செய்ய முடியும். அபிஷேகத்தோட நேரலை ஒளிபரப்பு இன்னும் கொஞ்ச நேரத்தில் துவங்க இருக்குது.
துன்பமில்லாத நிலைய பைரவி, தூக்கமில்லா கண்விழிப்பே பைரவி, அன்பு கனிந்த கனிவே பைரவி, ஆண்மை நிறைந்த நிறைவே பைரவி. सविनयं तव पावना महाशक्तिरूपे नैवेद्यं समर्पणम् सविनयं तव पावना महाशक्तिरूपे ताम्बूलं समर्पणम् सविनयं तव पावना महाशक्तिरूपे श्रीफलं शाम्भवी चन्द्रमौलिरबला अपर्णा उमा पार्वती काली हैमवती शिवा त्रिनयनी कात्यायनी भैरवी सावित्री नवयौवना शुभकरी साम्राज्यलक्ष्मी प्रदा चिद्रूपी परदेवता भगवती श्रीलिङ्गभैरवी मोहिनी देवता त्रिभुवनी आनन्दसन्दायिनी
there is a certain process called consecration, where we can make different forms into different types of energies, that it radiates a certain kind of energy where a certain exuberance of life happens. Devi Yantra creates a space and an atmosphere in one's home in such a way that well-being is naturally taken care of.
I received Devi from Sadhguru on the beautiful night of Amavasya at the ashram. After that, my life got divided into two parts, before Devi and after Devi. Till today, it's not that things around me have changed or the situations have changed. Nothing has changed. It's just that I have changed, and that's the most significant part of having Devi in our life.
Today I live in a house which is a temple, it's not just a house, and it is all because of Devi. And the situations will always come and go, good and bad, but the kind of peace and stability I feel, that's amazing. I don't care whether life is good or bad. All I feel right now is I'm in a very good space with him, with Devi at my place.
The Bhairavi Yantra is for those who are actively involved with life. They want to lubricate their actions with the grace of the Devi. One of the main things which does not allow a human being to find his full potential is friction. So Devi and all the forms is about that, to bring grace in such a way that you can take up things and do things and you still do not get into friction. One who earns the grace of Bhairavi neither have to live in concern or fear of life or death, of poverty or failure. All that human being considers as well-being will be his if only he earns the grace of Bhairavi.